Hello friends, this is Ayan and welcome to the first tutorial of cloud computing and AWS introduction. So the first part is what is cloud? This is one of the key terms which are used often in today's world, a cloud. Basically a cloud is a network or internet which is physically not available or we cannot see this networking components in real life. It is something which is present in remote location. So what does a cloud do? A cloud provides multiple services over public and private network. Multiple services in the sense we can access email, we can uh, attend the Zoom meetings, we can organize any web conferencing, we can use any third-party applications like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. These all are typical examples of a cloud. So what is cloud computing? Generally, application plus internet is equal to cloud computing. It is a typical definition of a cloud computing. And the basically a cloud computing allow user to deal with softwares without having hardware, which means if we don't have any dedicated hardware to run an application, we can achieve it through cloud computing. Suppose we are establishing an organization. To establish an organization, we need some IT components for maintaining the database, for maintaining a group of computers. These database and group of computers require hardware, expensive hardware, as well as the software part. So with the help of this cloud computing, this cost can be eliminated and we can purchase this component on a rental basis. We don't need to put a lot of amount on purchasing this essential important softwares or hardware infrastructure. So this diagram you can see here. So generally an application is split into multiple computers, and this multiple computer can access the application with the help of cloud computing. This entire segment is called cloud. It can be available at any location. See, this application, storage and infrastructure, these all are separated. These all are split. This is not actually physically interacted. It means the storage can place on any of the location, like this storage can place in India, this application is placed in US, and the infrastructure is somewhere in Australia. And these physically isolated components can group together in a single unit through cloud computing. And this cloud computing, this all applications, this all entire components we can access from anywhere in any of the devices. Any of the devices means we can access through our dedicated server, we can access in our laptop, we can access in our phone, we can access in our desktop PC, etc., etc. So generally we can see the uses of cloud computing is accessing applications online, configuring applications online. We can configure any of the application which we need to configure, and the data storage. So this is the history of cloud computing. So the first idea, first concept of cloud computing came in the year of 1950s and 60s. In 1990s, the first concept of VPN in an infrastructure is came into existence. So what is VPN? Basically, VPN means a virtual private network. It generally hides our IP address from third party and internet service provider also for browsing any websites. Suppose we are browsing any websites and we want to hide our identity, then we can do through VPN. Generally, you can access PUBG also with the help of this VPN, because India already banned the PUBG, and we can access PUBG through VPN servers. In 2000, Amazon built efficient servers to manage cloud infrastructure. Yes, Amazon is the first company which started the concept of cloud computing. So what are the cloud services? Generally, cloud services are divided into three categories. There are many categories, but important is three categories. One is software as a service, another one is platform as a service, and third one is infrastructure as a service. Being a layman and being a day-to-day user, mostly we are using software as a service. And the examples you can see here, WhatsApp in general life we are using, M-Parivan we are using in general life, Google Drive we are using in general life. These are the applications of examples of software as a service. Next is platform as a service. Platform as a service means, suppose we have one application, suppose we have an website, suppose we have a database which I just wanted to deploy into cloud. So for this deployment, we need a platform, we need a hardware concept, we need a specific operating system, we need a specific uh, hardwares, we need a specific networking element to access or to deploy the software into cloud. So this concept we can achieve through PaaS. PaaS generally provide PaaS generally a platform which is provided by AWS, Amazon Web Services, DigitalOcean, and Google's App Engine. The third one, this one is Google's App Engine. The next part is IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service means we are building an entire application. We are building starting from scratch. For example, we are starting from a selecting hardware, selecting hard disk, selecting RAM, selecting the entire machine, deploying an operating system into it, and after deploying the operating system, we are installing the dedicated hardwares, dedicated softwares, dedicated applications to build the application or to run the application. This is the example of IaaS. SaaS, software as a service. We don't have any idea about where the application is stored, how much the volume or how much the size an application can hold. We don't need to think about this. Platform as a service, of course, for we have a software. We just wanted this software to deploy in a cloud. For deploying, what are the important essential components we actually configure? For this pass, you have to have some little bit of knowledge about how to deploy an application in cloud. And IaaS, the concept of infrastructure. From scratch, you are building your own infrastructure and you are deploying in your application over there. So these are the cloud service provider. The first one is Amazon Web Services. Second one is Azure by Microsoft. Third one is Alibaba Cloud, SAP, and many more. There are many more. Rackspace is there. There is some Google dedicated softwares, Google dedicated cloud service providers are there. So these are the key features of cloud. Largest cloud provides services. Key features of Amazon Web Services. Sorry, AWS is the largest cloud provider service. Free and paid services are also available. Best availability, safe and secure. So enough is the intro. Now straight away we will go to Amazon Web Services to show you how we can deploy or how we can start making a computer virtually. Start making a computer in the sense we will select our own hard disk, we will select our RAM, we will select our operating system to build an application. This application is generally called, in terms of AWS, Amazon Web Services, this application is called EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. Once you log in into AWS, you will get into straight away, you will get into this area, which is called AWS Management Console. For generating or for registering into AWS, 2 rupee is required. You can pay 2 rupee through your credit card or debit card, and which is also refundable within 4 to 7 working days. You will get a free account on this. Technically, you are getting a free account on AWS to perform this application, to perform this cloud computing experience. So once you log in into AWS Management Console, typically you will jump into this page, which is called AWS Management Console. Under AWS Management Console, you need to make your dedicated computer, which is called EC2. EC2 means Elastic Compute Cloud. So we'll select this EC2. The first step is we'll select this EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. So in this pane, you can see nothing is there. We don't have any instances running. We don't have any Elastic IPs. We don't have any key. We have 3 key pairs. We don't have any placement groups. These all we will cover in another topic, another day. So today we will start with creating an instance. So straight away we'll go to launch instance. Here, don't forget to click this one, free tier only. If you are not selecting free tier only, then they will charge, AWS will charge for making your computer system or computing machine. So typically we will go with this Linux. You can, apart from Linux, you can also make a computer with Red Hat operating system. We can also choose your operating system as SUSE, Ubuntu server with different versions, and even Microsoft Windows Server is also there. So typically we will start with this Amazon Linux computer. So we will go with 64-bit, select 64-bit. We will select T2 micro. Because this T2 micro is free tier eligible, we can deploy our application freely. We can create our application in free. So just make sure you're clicking on this free tier eligible only. Next, configure security details. In security details, nothing is there, not so important. This network, subnet, auto SN IP, leave it as it is. Don't need to change anything. Next is, here is the hard disk. So one hard disk will be there in your computer. The size of this hard disk is 8 GB. You can change this 8 GB to whatever size you want to give. Or you can add multiple hard disk, like in your computer you are using C drive, D drive, E drive. You can create multiple drives by adding new volume. So for as of now, we will leave it as it is. Next, add tags. Tag is not an important part. It is not mandatory. It is optional. You can give a tag. We will put tag later on. Next is security group. You have one default security group while creating EC2 instance, or you can go with some new security group. So we'll go with the new security group. We have one security group, but we will leave it. We will go with new security group. The next part is here. You can see SSH, TCP, port range, everything is there. SSH means through terminal you can access this operating system, because from our machine one terminal is required. Through this terminal you can access the Linux image. Okay. Next part is TCP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol. From our computer, through this protocol and through this port, we can access this Linux instance. Okay. And this 0.0.0 means it is open to all connections are open. You can access through your mobile phone, you can access through your desktop, you can access through any kind of computing machine. Next, click on review and launch. Here is the summary page. This page will show what are the steps you have earlier performed. If you want to review it, you can review, or simply click on launch. This is the one of the important part. You can concentrate over here. This is a key pair. This is one of the security mechanism, because without this key pair, you cannot access the Amazon EC2 instance from your machine. This is one of the key pair. There are two types of key you have to generate here. One is public key, one is private key. This is a security mechanism. These two key will ensure that you are the owner of this machine and you are the authenticated one who can use this machine. So this is one of the important part. You can concentrate on it, and don't forget to choose a key pair. If you are having, if you are new to it, if you are using first time this, then click on create a new key pair. We can give any kind of name. So we will see this is a test key pair, and click on download key pair. Save it. We'll save it on our desktop. Then click on launch instances. Scroll down and select view instances. So this is the summary page. You can see your instance is now pending. It is not running. It is yet to run. All configuration work is going on. Once it is completed, you can see this pending will change to from pending to running status. Once it is running, we can do the further step. So by that time it is running, you need two different type of softwares to access this. One software you need to download on your local machine or local computer is called Putty. Another one is PuttyGen. Earlier I show you one key concept. You have already downloaded one key, that is a public key. You need to convert it to private key. So this converting private key, we need one software called PuttyGen. I already downloaded PuttyGen. You can go to Google and search PuttyGen. You can easily download this software. So this is the typical console of a PuttyGen. PuttyGen means putty key generator. So I will click on load, because already I'm having that key. In desktop, click on all files. You will get this file called test.pem. When you click this test.pem, it will convert this PEM file into, PEM means public file, into one private file or private key, we can say. Now click on save private key. Yes. In window only, I'll save this private key. We will name it as PVT. You can give any name, not an issue. So the job is, the job of this putty key generator is over. Now, by the time our application is also running, to connect this application, we need putty software along with the public IP of this computer. Of this computer means this EC2 instance. So this software is running. Now I'll go to networking. Once you head on to networking, you will see the public IP address. Copy this public IP address and open putty. This is the software of putty. Paste this public address. Click on SSH and click on authentication, because you need to give here this public key which we have saved through putty key generator. Without this private key, we cannot access this EC2 instance. Now browse that for that private key. We have already named that PVT private key. Now click on open. Once you click on this open, one prompt message will appear and it will show yes. Select on yes. And just remember, to connect to this EC2 instance, we have to give one username called EC2-user. This is fixed for all AWS account. When you hit on this EC2 user, it will authenticate with public key and private key. Once it is authenticated, you will get one prompt like this image. And when it is authenticated successfully, it will directly hit on to this home. Once this IP came and once this username came, EC2-user, that means your login is successfully completed, and through your machine you can access this EC2 instance which we have created in AWS. Just remember two things. AWS account is practically free. If you want to create AWS account, just head on to Google and type aws.amazon.com. Once you hit there, one registration button will be there. Click on registration button and you can register yourself for getting into this AWS platform. But remember, 2 rupees required for initial registration, and this 2 rupees is practically refundable. It will refundable within 4 to 7 working days. So that's all for first part. I hope you have enjoyed this video. For more videos, stay tuned with our channel. You will get some interesting videos like this. So thank you all. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Take care, guys. Goodbye.